At $1,000, the new iPhone X is definitely something you don't want to get damaged. Going without a case is simply not an option for many people. But most cases on the market are kind of big and bulky and detract from the iPhone's design. In recent years, I've grown fond of ultra-thin cases or D-brand skins that offer very basic protection from little bumps and scratches, but preserve the design of the phone. The Tozo ultra-thin case is essentially a clone of the type of case made popular by Peel and Caudabe. At under $10, it's quite a bit cheaper than the other manufacturers' offerings. Now, if you're the kind of person who frequently drops their phone, this case is not going to be for you. It's only about half the thickness of a credit card, even in the corners. It'll offer protection from very minor drops, scratches, or dings, and that's about it. The benefit is that you almost forget you even have a case on your phone. One of the reasons for this is that it doesn't even have a raised lip on the front, meaning it doesn't lift your phone off the table if you place it face down. If you have the habit of doing that, maybe opt for a different case. However, since iOS involves a lot of swiping from the side of the screen, not having that lip is actually quite nice in day-to-day use. On the back, it does have a very slight raised lip around the camera, but it's just barely taller than the camera bump, so a larger grain of sand on the table could potentially cause a scratch. I kinda doubt this would become a real issue though. I really like how the case looks. The minimalist design is really quite nice and the matte finish feels pretty secure in the hand. Comparable Caudabe cases have a slightly rougher texture though, which I do prefer a little bit. One thing that I find a little bit annoying is that the buttons on the side are now basically flush with the case, so it's hard to find the correct volume buttons sometimes, and I find myself fumbling around to find it. I've also noticed that after a week of normal use, there's already some visible wear on the back. That's normal because it's plastic, but I do get the feeling that my cases from Caudabe have held up a little bit better in the past. Now before I wrap up, I want to mention that I strongly recommend you clean the inside of the case every few weeks. Dust does get trapped between the case and the phone and can cause some pretty serious scratches. So, like any phone case, it's a compromise. The question is, are you willing to compromise drop protection for aesthetics? If so, this might be the case for you. If you have a history of dropping your phone though, I'd suggest you look elsewhere, especially considering the cost of repair for the iPhone X front and rear glass panels. At under $10, the Tozo offers a good value for an ultra-thin minimalist case. And as long as you know what to expect, it's a worthy alternative to its more expensive competitors. Let me know any questions you might have in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one.